I just want to I want to create the idea, buy the parts, build the thing, test the thing, manufacture the thing. That's the key part. And then we can get it into use. So that's very exciting.
And when we're talking about that specifically, and we've mentioned this publicly before, but we have this thing that internally we're calling Project Vulcan. So tell me more about Vulcan, because I know even before you were on board at Clean Connect, you got to meet with some of our clients and just say, hey, here's what this Project Vulcan is all about. And so far, everybody said, ooh, I want that. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, the point of Project Vulcan is to measure emissions from stacks. Now, the thing, and more than that, once we have emission measurements, use a feedback loop to input what these concentrations are. My goal is to map the burner, right? So you see the gases mapped across the stack. And then you can say, oh, this is burning a little rich, this is burning a little lean. And then you can change up the parameters in real time and reduce emissions. And if you can do that, this is David and I talked about this early on. Maybe you can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by maybe 10%, maybe more. And that's actually putting the technology into use immediately. So stack emissions, so we developed an approach to map the emissions. So not just technology wise, but also just like where do we sample so that we can create a model of this, see how it's burning, and then use these parameters as a feedback loop. One of the things we initially talked about the miniaturized laser heterodyne radiometer for measuring emissions, drawing a sample out in various places. And we can do that. And that's great for gases that are products of incomplete combustion that have like lower concentrations. Like, so carbon monoxide, that's a good candidate for that. Nitric oxide. But for some of the gases where you get it, like the primary combustion equation results in CO2 and water vapor, right? So those are your primary gases that you're going to be measuring, and methane, of course, because methane's a product of incomplete combustion. The goal is to measure all of these simultaneously